Jake Burgess with Foxgardin Kitchen and Ale, Fortville, Indiana. I'm the chef owner. We've been open for 2 years and we've had the bottoms up system for about a year. The bottoms up system kind of was just something that was maybe newer to the market that we thought that could not only be an eyepiece or a talking piece, but also along with allowing the servers to delegate their time a little more appropriately, along with kind of the numbers that we saw with the waste and what waste is being used in the beer system, which we all know is quite a lot. So with the bottoms up system, it kind of allowed us to put those numbers together and say, look, what does it allow us to do better in our job? So with the traditional keg system that is ran throughout the industry, ours was just a simple under-counter keg cooler that held 6 kegs. When we did our month-end inventories, it was always kind of prevalent that we saw there was some sort of waste out there, and how do you capture the full potential of what you can get? There's different systems and different ways that you can go about it. The bottoms up system came to us with, I had seen it in a different place, and then along with learning a little more about it personally, it really made sense. Since that happened, we can see an extreme difference in waste along with no waste. So we get a lot more out of our kegs than we were before, which we see at month-end numbers, year-end numbers, weekend numbers. So we get a lot more yield out of the kegs than we were with the traditional system. So we put a large emphasis on personalized service here and guest interaction. And when you're pouring the traditional keg taps, your back's to the guests and your back is to what you're doing. And what we like to do is have that personal interaction with our guests. And when bottoms up system came along, it was not only functional, it was not even more functional for simply pouring the beers, but it also the guests enjoyed it, and they like to know about it and learn about it, and at the same time, the servers were spending more time with the guests and being able to explain not only our specials or our beer specials or what beers they're going to taste or what food they're going to taste and how they're going to pair it and all that sort of stuff, and getting to know the guest's name, because now they are face to face with them. With the way that the bottoms up system works, it allows you to multitask, and the bartenders enjoy it, the servers enjoy it, the guests enjoy it, and it's a great talking piece too, because they want to know how it works. So being a business owner in this industry and me being a numbers person, it was always something that at the end of the month and year end that we were looking at ways to cut costs, to save that extra, 100 pennies a day times 365 is always, they all add up at the end of the year. And it was something that we knew was initial investment was going to be more than what we were necessarily budgeted for. But when we put all the numbers together, saw it, how it worked, and saw the return on it and the timetable to have the return on it, it just made sense. We knew that initially it was going to be that large investment, but we also knew that to get a return on your investment and the time frame that we wanted, that time frame was cut in half from the numbers that we did, which was nice. So we knew going in that the bottoms up system was going to be a larger investment than the traditional systems that we were also looking at. We had 3 to 4 different styles and types that we were shopping and thinking about, and bottoms up came in at the upper echelon of it. But once we did all the numbers, we could kind of see that it all made sense to go with bottoms up. With the initial investment, we had a timetable in order to have that number paid off. We knew we'd see it on the back end, and that number was cut in half once we really got into it and really started seeing the production and the non-waste that bottoms up does provide. People are skeptical a lot of times, but once you explain to them the numbers behind it and why it works and how it works, and the fact that we know our local rep and we know that they can be here at any time to come and fix it, the guests not only enjoy that story, but now they're asking questions and talking about the last time they saw it, or this would go, bottoms up system would be great at this place, or things along those lines. Some of our regulars have their other local bars that they go to, and some of those bars have inquired and installed the bottoms up system also. So being a business owner and seeing the benefits that bottoms up has for us, it is quite the enjoyment to go out to other places and not only critique their systems, but be appreciative of our system, and the fact that that initial 2 to 3 second pour a lot of times is a 3 to 4 ounces just to get the head off of your beer. With a bottoms up system, you don't have to do things like that. And it's also nice to see our servers and our bartenders and our staff being able to have that personalized interaction while that bottoms-up system is doing its job. So going out and seeing it from a different perspective and kind of taking yourself out of it and playing devil's advocate, I am appreciative and really enjoy the fact that the way that the system works. And it's really nice to have the system and explain to not only your guests but to your servers and to your staff that it is a tool in what you guys do. This allows you not only time management and multitasking and things along those lines, but it gives your servers and your bartenders the ability to go out and spend more time with your guests, serving more and selling more and getting that extra beer on the table. But it allows your servers to not be wasted time at the tap station, but it allows your servers to go out and spend more time with the guests and sell that extra beer, sell that better steak or that better sandwich, and they're doing it face to face. It's not with their backs to them. Yeah, we've been super satisfied with the bottoms up system. The customer service, along with the availability and the timeliness of reordering and ordering our cups and our glasses and our magnets and stuff, is a top-notch customer service company. To anybody looking into bottoms up system, you know, it's highly recommended, especially if you're like me or like a business owner that does crunch those numbers and likes to see a return on their investment.